In this video, we're going to use the most appropriate method when solving complex probability problems. Really, this objective is just harder probability questions. There's no new content, so it's just giving you a flavour of some of the harder questions. If you're revising, you can pause the video and have a go at question 1, and then there's also a question 2. So in question 1, Ray has 9 cards numbered 1 to 9. Ray takes at random 3 of these cards. He works out the sum of the numbers on the 3 cards and records the result. Work out the probability that the result is an even number. So he's going to get 3 cards, the first card, and then he's going to add the second card, and then he's going to add the third card. So the result has to be even. So let's think about the ways you can do that. If you had 3 numbers added together, you could have an even number, and an even number, and an even number. Those 3 numbers added together would give you an even answer. Or you could have an even number, but then an odd number and an odd number. And there's a few different combinations of that. You could also have the odd, then the even, and then the odd. Or you could have the odd, then the odd, and then the even. Those 3 combinations are sort of the same thing. What happens if you had 3 odd numbers? Well, you would get an odd number. If you've got 1 odd number, that's going to give you an odd result as well. So they're either all even, or you've only got 1 even number with 2 odd. That's the ways of doing it. So then we want to work out what's the chances of getting 3 even numbers. Let's work at that first of all. Probability of getting 3 even numbers. Well, to begin with, there's 9 numbers, so it'll be out of 9. And then you can get 2, 4, 6, or 8. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 possible even numbers he could choose from. If he chooses that even number, then on the next go, there'll only be 8 numbers left, and there'll only be 3 even numbers. And if he goes again, there'll only be 7 numbers left, and there'll only be 2 even numbers. So what's the probability of getting an even and an even and an even? It'll be this one and this one and this one. So it'll be a multiplication. You multiply those 3 together. I'll get that number in a minute. What about this possibility here then? What about getting an even and then odds? Well, let's say we get an even first of all. That's 4/9 like before. And then the next go has to be odd. Well, odd numbers is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And none of them's been picked yet, so it still will be 5. 5 out of 8. And then on the third go, we want another odd. There'll only be 4 odds now out of 7. And then we go from there. We could do a little bit of simplifying there, but at this stage I'm just going to put it in the calculator and work those out. So the first one gives 1 over 21, and the second one is 10 over 63. Now, there were 3 ways of doing this one here. So, and I haven't laid this out brilliantly because of the space below, but effectively we can get 3 evens, that's 1 over 21, or there's 3 ways to get even and 2 odds, so that's 3 times 10 over 63, so that would be 30 over 63 for the second one. The first one, if we times that up by 3, is 3 over 63, so that gives us 33 over 63 for our answer. Well, if we simplify that, that's 11 over 21. So that's a hard question just because of how you have to think about how you set up the question. The multiplication and all that stuff's easy enough afterwards. Question 2. A drawer contains 3 blue socks, 2 grey socks, and 5 white socks. 2 socks are taken at random from the drawer. What is the probability that the 2 socks are not the same colour as each other? So we're looking for not the same colour. And really in this question, again, the harder ones, it's just, the hardest bit is deciding how to think about the question, how to gather the information together. And once you can get a nice way to look at it, actually the question becomes more simplistic. Instead of looking at not the same colour, I'm going to look at the same colour. What's the probability that they're going to be the same? If you pick two socks, what's the probability that they are the same colour? Well, that's the probability that you get blue and blue, or, which is plus, the probability you get grey and grey, or the probability you get white and white. If we know the probability that we get the same colour socks, then sort of nearly by default we'll know the probability of not getting the same colour. So what's blue and blue? There's 3 blue socks out of a total of 10 socks there. And if you pick blue, the second one, chance of it being blue is 2 out of 9. For grey, there are 2 grey socks out of 10 on the first go. If you pick it on the second go, there'll only be 1 left out of 9. And white, on the first go, there'll be 5 white socks out of 10. If you pick it out, there's only 4 left the second time round out of 9. So that would be out of 90, all of them. So you'd have 6 plus 2 plus 20. So that would be 28. Let's simplify that down. Divided by 2 is 14 out of 45. Now to answer the question, the probability that they are different coloured socks would be 1 minus the probability that the socks are the same colour, which would be 31 out of 45. So sometimes if you can't answer the question, think, can you answer the opposite of the question or the converse? And that might be useful.